What's going on tonight, guys? Now, back in 1993, when I first started gaming, I've been gaming about 24 years now, and I used to love the original Golden Axe on the Sega Genesis. That was the shit. I still can't beat it to this day because of how difficult it is. But I love the shit out of that game. I loved Gillis Thunderhead, Axe Battler, and my favorite, Tyrus Flare. That was my girl. That whole barbaric, heavy metal 2000 feel that it had with its artwork. Classic. Fucking classic. Love that game. So, naturally, yeah, I was a little bit excited when I heard about Golden Axe coming out with a remake in 2008. So, Golden Axe Beast Rider. The one way I can sum up playing this game. Ah! The best way I can explain this game is you go outside one day and you see Golden Axe laying on the ground hopelessly for Sega Genesis. You go to pick up the cartridge and a tentacle comes up through the cartridge, through your head, and flails you around like a fucking ragdoll. What is this tentacle creature? It is Golden Axe Beast Rider. The name of an awesome series to lure you into something absolutely maddening and destructive to your mentality playing. Okay, so Golden Axe Beast Rider, it follows the story of the new revamped Tyrus Flare, who looks more like a sidekick character than a main protagonist. And she goes on this quest to rescue her dragon god that was captured by the Death Adder's minions for its power, wiping out her entire clan in the process. So it becomes the typical revenge, narrow path quest with no side quest variation. Pretty much a straight through quest hack and slash. Now, I will give props for this attempt. The game's style, in my opinion, it is interesting. It's gone from the heavy metal Conan the Barbarian style that we all know and loved to a more anime-like style. And there's small cameos by some of the original characters. Granted, there's only 3 of them. Like Gilius Thunderhead. He was the little dwarf with the axe in the original games. And he gives Tyrus an incomplete Golden Axe, which kind of pisses me off, considering the Golden Axe is nothing more than a goddamn projectile for her to use throughout the entire game. She has to go through the whole game collecting piece by piece by piece before she can use it as a full weapon, and she can only use it in the last battle with the Death Adder. And it's not a projectile that you can use whenever you want. You have to wait for certain situations to arise that the Golden Axe will start bleeping in the corner for you to use it. So pretty much, it's like a sequence key. It's only for those moments. If you try to use it on a regular enemy, it won't work. It'll just go right through them and they'll run at you and slaughter you. So the Golden Axe is pretty much useless throughout the game. He also makes contact with Axe Battler. He was the main hero in the original. His name is Tariq in this one for some reason, and he's a complete asshole, and he has no purpose other than to waste a cutscene and look tough. All he does is just walk off and gives Tyrus a warning, not actually helping her out like the original trio used to do in Golden Axe.
And you leave the rest of Uria to suffer? Where is your war host? Where are your armies? Help me destroy the Death Adder, and the lands will be at peace.
My armies have their own homeland to protect. Be prepared to finish what you have started, Axarian.
A complete asshole with an incomplete purpose. As for the writing, the storyline, it's not compelling or really that interesting to watch, considering the main focus is the repetitive gameplay. Like, the new revamped characters, they just seem so bland and generic and uninteresting. You won't feel connected with them much or even give a shit to really, for the story to really take an impact on you as it obviously wanted you to. You won't care about any of the characters in the long run, not even Tyrus, in terms of character development. You can go through the entire game and not give a shit about any of the cutscenes unless you're really trying your absolute hardest to follow the story and engage the story, which isn't really hard to do if you played the early Golden Axes. It's a straight path. They're on their way to destroy the Death Adder. That's pretty much it.
I have waited for this moment. The moment I tear your soul from your ruined body. Now, mortal, you will know what it means to despair. Foolish woman. Behold your doom.
Granted, some of the cutscenes are visually cool to watch, you know, in terms of early PS3 graphics. So, getting to the nitty-gritty of the game, the gameplay, let me just, first and foremost, let me tell you, I have never played a game with such infuriating melee combat in my whole life. This game will literally make you want to go chop somebody's head off how difficult it is. The thing about the combat system, enemies' weapons will glow certain colors. Some enemies, their swords will glow blue, some of them will glow orange. Now, when they go blue, you hit R1 to guard. If they glow orange, you hit L1 to evade. However, and this will happen, when Tyrus gets in these big groups of guys, they all swing at one time. You get blue, orange, orange, orange. Now, say you hit blue, guard against the guy with the blue, the other orange proceed to slaughter Tyrus, considering she doesn't have enough time to react to shit. It is a very flawed system, and you will take more damage than you give out the entire game. No matter what strategies, no matter if you try to lure them down a pathway and take them one-on-one, they will always team on you and use this system, and the AI is very vicious. It attacks non-stop, with color after color after color, and some enemies, they don't even react to Tyrus's blows. So even if she's using her heavy combo on some of them, they will throw orange attacks in the middle of her doing her combos. They disrupt her, and even if she guards on time, as she's guarding, they can attack again because the react time is absolute shit. It's like they didn't play the game long enough to see how this would be a problem in terms of gameplay. The AI is just too vicious. It is Mugen levels ridiculous if you did not program the game right. So even if you do try to sit there and fucking fight one guy, you're hitting your orange, you're hitting your blue, orange, blue, orange, blue. Then another fucking guy comes up with orange, you hit L1, evade him, but you forgot about the guy in front of you, and he's coming with blue, and he fucking slashes you, and he keeps hitting you, and you don't have time to fucking react. It's programmed very badly. when it comes to swarms of enemies. Very fucking badly. That's not even the worst part, guys. Sometimes when the barbarians come in a group, right, and you kill whoever is leading the group, they all go into this fury mode where they get these red auras and it makes them stronger and they attack you non-fucking stop. Non-stop. The AI is like, it gives you no time and they just fucking team on you with continuous fucking slashing, and Tyrus gets no chance. You might as well just let her stand there and get slaughtered because she has no chance of fucking beating them, especially if you got one that's on one of the fucking beasts. If this happens to you, if you got more than 1 or 2 enemies and they're a fury, you're fucked. Tyrus has useless magic. Her magic basically works for shit, especially when you're dealing with armored enemies that take more than 4 combos to weaken and kill. Tyrus collects useless gold that she will use like never. There's no vendors, there's no reason for gold in the game, so it doesn't matter if you miss gold or not. There's nothing to use it on. It's pretty worthless. It's game padding. It's game padding in a ridiculously and badly programmed game. Another thing too, Tyrus needs these dragon statues in order to continue along the challenge you're playing. So say you die in the middle of trying to complete a chapter. She'll use a dragon statue, she'll get right back up from where she dies. If you don't have any dragon statues, Tyrus is fucked and you have to start the entire chapter over. No matter how much you did, no matter how far you got, your only checkpoints through each chapter are these dragon statues. So if you don't have one, you're fucked and you start over continuously, no matter how broken, glitchy, or unfair it has been to you. You're gonna start over with more gray hair. The game is just, it's punishingly difficult. It's unfair as fuck. It's like they didn't play this game. They didn't go back and test play it and tone down the enemy's movements or give Tyrus more reaction time. Literally, the Knight Commanders are the most irritating thing in this game to deal with. They are these giant barbarians that carry these large swords, and they attack you. Blue, blue, orange, 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 blue, blue, orange. While Tyrus is still trying to fucking react from the first thing. And they slaughter her every fucking time. It's the, oh my god, dude.
Ah!
even the best part. When you fucking kill them, the ridiculously programmed fucking AI has you fight a sword. Fight his sword after you went through hell and back to kill it. You deal with glitches like this. And you know what? They're not even glitches. Because they're a part of the game. Multiple Knight Commanders do this shit after you kill them. Not to say that there's no glitches, considering, you know, how much I love to be glitched inside of a beast's head out of no fucking where. Now, for it being called Beast Rider, it has a nice amount of interesting concept for the beasts in the game. You just walk over these portals and they pop up. Some of them more stronger than the others, even though their life bars are the same, but some, for some reason, are able to take more damage and they have their own special abilities and things they can do. Some of them more badass, or some of them a lot bigger that take out bigger crowds. But God forbid, if Tyrus gets knocked from them, you have to do so much work to get it back. Dealing with the ridiculously vicious AI, if you're trying to get your beast back, you have to sit there and slash that guy off of the damn beast repeatedly, while you have other barbarians coming down constantly swinging blue orange at Tyrus continuously. And by the time you get the beast back, if you actually took the time to get the damn thing back, they have slaughtered the beast and they proceed to slaughter you, and then more come on their beasts. Absolutely frustrating as hell, even though some of the beasts have their perks. They help you through traps and stuff like that if you need them to do it. But that also is made kind of difficult considering the beast's mechanics are so clunky for this early PS3 game. So even if you have a beast, you will be using it all of maybe 2 minutes each time you get it, because they don't last long, and the combat, using it is just as irritating as the combat, I swear to gosh. And another thing, I don't understand, maybe it was just my copy of the game or whatnot. My game, at the end, when you're approaching the fight with Death Adder, my game had to freeze a total of 4 times. 4 times. I even checked my disc, I cleaned it, my disc was fine. I think this is programming. I will say I like the new model of the Death Adder. That's pretty cool until he turns into some fucking lizard that keeps fucking freezing me when I try and fight him. It's like I went through all that shit, and when I finally get to the battle at the end, the nice climactic battle through hell and back trying to finish this game, it fucking freezes when I deliver the final blow to the transformed Death Adder in the game. I couldn't even, dude, I finished it, I killed him, it froze. I had to look on YouTube for the ending and final cutscene of the game because mine would freeze as soon as I killed the Death Adder. And I am not gonna sit there and do this for another 45 minutes. And after you beat the game, I guess, there's game extras. There's like challenge mode and trial mode. She gets a few other outfits, including the original Tyrus Flares outfit and other stuff you can play. But that will mean nothing. You will be happy. You will be grateful that you even made it through this game alive and less frustrated and you didn't want to fucking choke people. Once I beat it, I didn't give a shit about any other modes. I was just glad that I beat it because I am a gamer that believes no matter how fucking bad it is, no matter how tragic, no matter how ridiculous, except Dark Souls and God of War on Titan mode, no matter how fucking hard it is, you play it through. You finish it. You beat the game. You don't let the game beat you. Doing that here was like me putting my hands in a fucking vice grip and just letting people crack my knuckles one by one. Or putting my arm on a table and letting somebody bash my fucking arm in with a hammer. That is what it's like to play this game. The fighting is just, they did not check the AI for this. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous and hard. Me being a Golden Axe fan, I was very intrigued, but I should have known something was wrong right off the bat when I saw the fucking PlayStation case. I should have known something was wrong. Let me just say this. New gen gamers, any gamer that has not been in the early 90s like me or playing video games, if you want to know what Golden Axe is all about, go back, download a Sega emulator, download all 3 Golden Axe ROMs, and play Golden Axe. Don't let this game be your first experience. This game does not speak for the awesome classic Golden Axe. If you want that experience, go back and play those. This one is a bad introduction to this classic series, in my opinion. But anyway, see you guys next time down here in the basement. Let me know what you guys think if you've played it. If you were insane enough like me to sit there and play it and try and finish it. I'm really curious to your aggravating experience with it and how many people you went out and killed after you played it. See you guys next time on the basement. Later, guys.